yet?
No, and it's 9 o'clock.
Oh, perhaps she's overslept or she's emigrated.
It's funny though, Ken, which is usually open just after 8, and they can't both have overslept. Not Bet as well.
Here, let me. Was there anything you wanted desperately? I mean, I could let you have bread.
No, thanks very much, Ken. I'll come back later on my way to work. I was just trying to save time.
Anyway, if they have overslept, I think we'll awaken them by now.
We should have.
Bye.
Bye. Oh, Bet! Bet! Oh, I'm shouting for ages.
Well, I heard you're in Bath.
You're rattling that door for the last half hour.
Oh, let 'em wait. You look dead rotten.
I feel dead rotten.
Have you got a temperature? God, you could fry an egg on it.
I knew we should have got them wet clothes off sooner. I said we should.
Is your throat sore?
Why?
Well, is it?
Oh, you don't think that river were polluted, do you?
No, of course not.
No fish live in it. Must have been all right.
Of course it must. A couple of days in bed, that's all he'll say.
Who?
Doctor. I'll ring him in a minute.
I'm not getting doctor for an ordinary cold.
Well, you look like death warmed up.
Why ever didn't you take up nursing?
Fancy a cuppa?
Oh, I thought you'd never ask.
Hey, it were a riot though, weren't it? All three of you finishing up in the river. I don't know who were more surprised. You, Fred, Mavis, or that fish you caught in his gob.
Didn't, did he?
No.
Oh, it weren't funny though, I could tell you.
I think you only did it to get Alf to give you a kiss of life.
Then I ended up with Mavis. Oh, it's no use, I'll have to get up.
Lady, will you stop where you are? Now, what's wrong with me seeing to things?
But what about Rovers?
Well, I'm not going till later. Now, leave it to your Auntie Bet. Pass us that, will you, love? No, a vest.
Cheeky devil. Who's he think he is?
Oh, stop going on about it, Love. He says no, and he means no. Anyway, you were the one who didn't want to have her christened in the first place. Thought you'd be pleased about it.
That's not the
now.
point.
Oh, isn't it?
Are you not bothered anymore?
Well, of course I am. I want her to be christened, don't I? But what do we do if the vicar won't oblige? We can't christen her ourselves.
Oh, yeah, great idea.
Oh.
But it's not you I'm mad at, love.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
We'll talk about it tonight, all right?
What is there to talk about? He won't do it, and that's that. We may as well forget about the whole thing.
Well, I'll think of something, you'll see.
Oh, like what?
Well, I don't know yet, do I? I'll see you tonight.
Anyway, why are you suddenly agreeing with my mum?
Come again?
Well, yeah. I mean, she wants Tracy to be christened.
I am not going to be told what I can and can't do with my own kid.
Oh, I see. It's not our Tracy, then. It's just your pride.
There's no point in arguing with you.
Hey, hang on a minute. Where will you be if anybody wants you?
3 guesses.
Oh, no. I thought you'd finished at Lens. They're going to be back off their honeymoon before paint's dry.
Yeah, maybe then we can get on with some proper graft. Do some jobs which show a bit of profit.
I shouldn't bother growing up if I were you, Pet. It's when you start growing up, things start getting tricky. I thought there were no harm in asking.
As much as I'd like to help.
I don't know who else to try.
No, not at this short notice. See, I'm on duty this afternoon. How long does the doctor think she'll be in bed?
Hey, she won't let me ring him. Says she don't want to be a nuisance.
What if the other two are all right?
Oh.
Mavis and Fred.
Don't ask me, love. I've got enough on my hands with this one.
I really am sorry. I can't help.
Oh, well, what's all this then?
I'm afraid you're partly responsible, Alf. Rena's a casualty of your ill-fated fishing trip. Somewhere in that river, there's a shoal of trout or whatever laughing their heads off.
What's she on about?
Rena's in bed with a stinking cold.
Oh, wait, poor Renee. Is she bad?
Well, she looks dead grotty. Still, if you will go round shoving her in rivers.
I'll just see Mavis. She was all right.
Oh, well, she would be, wouldn't she, that Mavis? And she's very deceptive, is Mavis, isn't she? You're half as fragile as she makes out. What do you want, love?
Just a toasty loaf, please.
Look, can you help yourself, Alf? I'll just pop upstairs and tell her I'm off.
Hey, you're not going and lock it shop up, are you?
Well, I'm late enough already, Alf.
Well, Annie'll understand in the circumstances.
One of her staff helping out Renee Bradshaw, what got an off licence right from under her very nose, oh, I'm sure she would.
She's going to lose a lot of custom, you know, not to mention goodwill.
That's if she stays put. I bet the minute I've gone, she'll come struggling down here, looking like death warmed up.
Oh, heck. Look, I'll stop.
You?
Yeah, well, it won't be first time, would it? I mean, I've plenty of practice when Maggie was here.
Well, I thought you were on nights, aren't you, on your way home?
Oh, not to worry.
You've had no sleep.
Yeah, well, I feel responsible in a way.
Oh. Well, I'll just tell you you're taking over.
Hey, no, I'll go up myself in a minute.
Oh, yeah.
To take her a cup of tea.
I'll believe you, Alf. Thousands wouldn't. Thanks, love.
Biscuit?
Oh, Tam. I wasn't going to stop, but I was passing. I thought I'd just pop in and see how you were.
Oh, I'm glad it makes change to have a bit of company.
Yeah.
Fills the morning up.
Do you ever hear anything from Mrs. Caldwell now?
Not all that much.
You must miss her.
Yes, I do. Sugar?
Oh, Tam.
Do you know what I reckon?
What?
You've not come round here this morning to talk to me about Minnie Caldwell. You've got something on your mind, am I right?
Yeah, yes, I have.
All right, come on, don't keep it to yourself.
Well, it's the vicar. He won't christen our Tracy.
He what?
Well, he says it wouldn't be right because Ray and me aren't churchgoers. I mean, he was very nice about it, but he meant what he said.
Man of his word is the vicar.
I suppose you agree with him, do you, Mrs. Sharples?
Love, with every birthday that passes, I get less and less sure of what's right.
But you always seem very sure. I mean, you... Well, you do.
Do you think the vicar's wrong?
Yes, I do. I mean, it's no skin off his nose, is it? That's his job. That's what he's being paid for.
What does your husband say?
Well, he thinks the same. I mean, he's upset because it's happened to his daughter, and I know how he feels. Well, it's almost as if Tracy's been rejected.
Well, there are lots of folks who don't have them christened at all these days. More's the pity, but so she wouldn't be on her own.
No, I suppose not.
So what are you going to do?
Well, there's nothing I can do, really, is there?
Have you thought of Mr. Smedley?
Who?
The Reverend Smedley. You know, he married Len Fairclough and Rita Littlewood a week or two ago.
Well, would he say any different?
Well, you never know. You can try.
Well, can you do that? Is it allowed? I mean, it's like shopping round till you get what you want, isn't it?
Oh, well, I suppose there are some folks that look at it like that. But he talks a lot of very good sense, does Mr. Smedley. And at least, I say, you can try.
Oh, it'd be smashing if he would, Mrs. Sharples.
Heck. Can't hear yourself think.
What, old Grandma? When are you going back?
Where is she? Where's Deirdre?
I've no idea. I suppose this is a silly question, but did we know you was coming?
No, love, you didn't.
That's what I thought. Day trip, is it?
She got Tracy with her?
Well, unless Tracy's popped out on her own. She did say she might.
Oh, comic. Hey, it's not bad, is it? Is she thrilled with it? I bet she is. Hey, can I have a look around?
Feel free. Sometimes folks do ring up, you know.
Oh, kitchen's lovely. Did you say something?
Yes, I said sometimes folks ring up to say they're coming. It has been known.
Oh, I like doing things on impulse. I know it upsets you. Besides, I wanted to fix up selling my house. It's taken long enough. Oh, that'll be them.
Mum!
Surprise!
Oh.
Surprise! How are you, love?
Great! Hey, why didn't you let us know?
She likes doing things on impulse.
Well, what do you think?
Kitchen's a bit pokey.
Oh, Ma'am.
No, love, it's smashing. Where is she then?
Oh, she's in yard. Leave her a minute.
I want to see my granddaughter. You don't think it's you two I've come to see, do you?
Oh. Hey, listen. I've got something smashing to tell you. I've just been to see Mrs. Sharples.
What about?
Christening.
What's that got to do with her?
Well, nowt. But she says we ought to try the Reverend Smedley. You know him that married Len and Rita. She says they don't all see eye to eye. I mean, it's worth trying if you still want her christened.
Of course he wants her christened. Hey, ain't she coming on, little chuck?
Now, Ma'am, it's got nowt to do with you.
It is if he won't have her christened.
Not me, the vicar.
You what?
Yeah, it's true, Ma'am, but we're trying somebody else.
I never had any trouble having you done.
Oh, Ma'am, it's not an inoculation, you know.
Oh, I must have wakened. I'll go and get her.
No, you don't. You sit down. He'll go. Please, love.
Poor lass. Having you for a grandma.
It's having you as a father will be a biggest handicap.
Well, how are you?
How do I look?
Fine.
I am fine.
Have you fixed a date yet? You and Steve?
No.
Oh, you left it a bit late. I expect you to be wed by now. You've changed your minds, haven't you?
Yeah, we have had second thoughts, both of us. Well, we just seem to cool off and... Well, I've been that busy.
Oh,
and
Ma'am.
better now than later, love.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Actually, I think he's a bit too posh for me.
Do you know, to tell you the truth, I thought that as well.
I'll box your ears in a minute. Ah, bless her. Now then. Who's come to see you then?
Hey, come on, look. Grub up, I'm starving. Hey, you, Specky Four Eyes, grub up.
I'll go and see him straight after dinner.
Who?
Vicar. Oh, I hope he says yeah. Wouldn't it be smashing if he said yeah?
Well, if he doesn't, he'll have me to contend with. Won't it, Tracy?
Well, nothing really grabs me. They're all pretty ordinary.
I'm surprised that it caused so much interest.
Well, it's not every day you get the chance to name a shop, Mrs. Walker.
It's difficult, actually. It is a bit difficult, but I think you might have done better with your prize, a denim suit. Not for me.
What do you mean? It'd be beautiful. Better than anything you get in Savile Row.
Savile Row, never even heard of denim.
Then they're out of date.
Oh, come on, there must be something there you like in
Right,
that
then
lot.
you tell me.
His and Hers, Dude Ranch, Tumbleweed, Pandora's Box.
That was mine, actually. I thought it was rather literary.
Too literary, as a matter of fact.
I only entered the competition as a challenge. I mean, the prize is immaterial.
No, it's denim, actually.
Didn't I read somewhere that denim's on its way out?
Hey, did I ever tell you about that fellow of mine, Ted Rigby? 1915. No, I'm telling a lie. It was 1960.
I'll go before big film starts again.
Just listen. I will. Yes, I will.
There are some days I can put up with your Uncle Kenneth.
And today isn't one of them.
If he talks about that flaming Western Front just once more...
Western Front?
Western, yeah, First World War, you know, the one he practically won on his own.
Western Front?
Your needle's stuck, love.
Western Front? Here, we've cracked it. Sorry, wait a minute.
Cracked it.
And that will be out to that aesthetic man here.
Mr. Tadlock, what do you want? I've got some good news for you.
Don't tell me he's won the VC posthumously. Sorry, Albert.
You've made me day. How? Western Front. That's the name for the new shop. You've won the competition. I'm going to name the shop the Western Front.
Hey, you look great in a denim suit, Albert.
You will too.
Renee. Renee? I've made you a cup of soup, love. It's only packet.
Oh, I must have dozed off.
Yeah, we'll drink it while it's hot.
What time is it?
It's just gone 1.
Oh, very nice.
Do you fancy hotels?
No.
Right.
Have you managed to get yourself something?
Oh, I got myself a cheese sandwich.
Oh, you've been ever so good, Alf. I'm very grateful.
Oh, it's my pleasure.
Thanks, love, but I'm not really very hungry.
You don't feel very well, do you?
No, I'll be all right, honestly.
Listen, I'm going to get the doctor.
No, I'm not as shivery as I was, really.
What's his number?
Now, Luke, I'll be up and down like a 2-year-old by tea time, you'll see.
If I ring him now, I might just catch him.
Oh, you can be bossy, Alf Roberts.
Well, it seems to me you need somebody bossy and all. What's his number?
It's on Padney at phone.
Cash? You mean you want the money instead of the suit?
Well, I don't see why not.
Well, I can't go altering the prize now, Mr. Tadlock.
Right, well, you can't use the name for the shop then. It's as simple as that.
Oh, come on now. Western Front's been around a long time. It's not exactly copyright.
Oh, change your tune, haven't you? Only 5 minutes since, that was the best thing since egg and chips.
The prize is a denim suit.
I'll do a lot for you, Albert, a denim suit. Give you a new image.
Right, you keep out of this, will you? It's between him and me.
Look, Uncle Albert, don't be so ungrateful. You just won a competition. You didn't even enter.
Oh, yes, still, I know how he feels. I mean, I wouldn't want to wear a denim suit myself. Well, speaking personally...
I heard you preferred leather. You cheeky cat.
Look, money or note.
Do you know, Albert, sometimes you have a way of concealing your naturally sunny nature.
You can always flag it, you know, Albert. Good money for denim. Somebody will buy it.
Hey, it's funny you should say that, Stanley.
Watch him.
All I was going to say was, you take the suit, Albert, and I'll find a customer for you. For a bit of commission, like.
No, I can't waste any more time. Come across to the warehouse later. I'll get one of the girls to measure up. If you don't, it's your loss. Like I said, Western Front isn't exactly copyright.
too blooming mean to give me the brush.
You know, you're not really being very fair, Uncle Albert. Boy might be a lot of things, but he's not mean.
You did hear what he said, though, didn't you?
What?
Well, he'd get a girl to measure you, maybe a couple if you play your cards right.
Over my dead body?
Oh, poor Mr. Tatler. Don't they pull his leg?
Mike won't change his mind, though. He's got to get as much publicity out of this as he can, and he won't do that if he gives Albert cash.
Guess what I've got here?
A tape measure?
Right. It were in the till. We were measuring the windows for curtains only last week. Come here, Albert.
What do you want?
Your measurements.
Save you going over there, won't it?
Look, you stop larking about. Tell him.
Yeah, stop larking about.
Hey, I'm going, I am. Get out of my way.
Betty, get a pencil.
One pencil coming up.
Right. Inside leg.
No, get off now. Get off.
You'll only make it worse for yourself when you start to struggle.
Tired you out, does it?
I often wash up dinner time.
Yeah, I bet. She's wasting her time, you know, going to see this other one.
You reckon?
Yeah, they're like doctors. They all stick together.
Expert on vicars, are we?
It's a fact. Oh, that'll be her now.
Well?
He'll do it.
Oh, that's good. I am glad.
Not to mention wrong.
Oh, he was ever so nice about it. It was just like Mrs. Sharple said. I mean, he wants to have a chat with us first, of course, but he'll do it, and it's smashing. Hey, where you going?
I'm going to tell Tracy.
Oh, I've told her. Honestly, he's that daft with her. He sits and talks to her for hours. It's worse than me.
He'll spoil her, you know, if you're not careful.
Don't spoil it for me, Mum. I'm that chuffed.
So, who have you got in mind, then?
Eh?
Godfathers and godmothers. Well, one godfather and two godmothers.
Oh, I've not thought about that yet. It's going to be very tricky because I don't want to offend anybody.
Are you quite sure, Stanley? Because Rini said no to me about...
Oh, a long time ago. She arranged it with our Hilda.
Oh, right. Hotels?
A tin of them sardines with tomato, you know. I'll make it too.
You've got a good bit there.
I will just put them down. Hilda pay for it, don't worry. I'll do.
Hey, what's this then? Moonlighting?
No, Rita's a bit off colour, so I'm looking after the shop for her.
Hey, you look all in.
I could do with a sit down.
Oh, you're not the only one. So you come in earnest.
Hard day, love.
Not more than usual. Have you put the potatoes on?
Well, no, not yet, as a matter of fact.
Oh, Ernest, it does save time.
Emily, I just couldn't seem to find any potatoes.
No, I'm sorry, love. It's my fault. I knew there was something I'd forgotten this morning.
Potatoes, is
yes,
it?
Yes, the £5 back, please.
Why, Rini, you've changed a bit in the past 24 hours.
I'm going to put a notice in this window. Rini Bradshaw is in bed with flu, which is why I'm fed up of making cracks.
You've had your hair cut or not?
Oh,
Very
shut
nice.
up.
Emily, could I have a word with you?
What about?
Well, Deirdre was going to speak to you, but, well, seeing as I've seen you, we want you to be a godmother.
Godmother?
To our Tracy.
Oh.
Will you?
Very flattered, but it's quite a responsibility. I mean, it's not to be taken on too lightly. Oh, I'd be delighted.
Oh. Hey, how about you, Rini? Will you be to the godmother?
I'll smash your face in, tired or not.
Well, go on then. Buy her a drink.
Well, she deserves it. Hey, that's nice. That lighter one there.
I wouldn't be seen dead in it.
Oh.
Look, all I'm asking you to do is to wear it for a few photographs. We need it for the publicity. After that, it's up to you what you do with it.
Hey, and you haven't forgotten my little offer, have you?
Have the blue, Albert. It'll match your eyes.
Yeah, or your nose. Sorry, Albert.
Look, I'll be the blooming laughing stock. That's the idea, isn't it? You're taking the mickey out of me just because I'm a pensioner.
Look, how many more times? No one's taken the mickey. We just want a couple of photographs.
My mum's really chuffed as well. We're ever so grateful, Mrs. Sharples.
Well, he could have said no just as easy. Have you decided on your godmothers yet?
No, not finally. Mrs. Sharples.
No, it wouldn't do. No, it wouldn't, would it, love? Not at my age.
Oh, we would have liked you to.
Yes, I know, but I mean, so you want somebody around while she's growing up.
Well, as long as you don't mind.
I'd tell you if I minded.
And you will come to the christening.
Try stopping me. And what about a godfather?
Well, Ken Barlow, I hope. I've not asked him yet. And Emily Bishop said yes.
Oh, well, she'll be all right with them two.
Yeah.
Poor Uncle Albert.
Oh, don't kid yourself. He's loving every minute of it. He's never been so miserable for years. Although, why he can't just stick a pin in and have done with it, I don't know. If he hates all of them, what difference does it make? Now, what do you want, Cock?
Well, it was Ken I wanted, really.
Oh.
Can I have a word, Ken?
Yeah, sure.
I must say it'll be a great relief when Mr. Tatlock makes up his mind. It's becoming rather a bore.
Yes, Mrs. Walker.
And as for the ridiculous horse-breaks lunchtime, of which you were the chief instigator...
Yes, Mrs. Walker.
You're a grown woman, Bet, not a schoolgirl.
Yes, Mrs. Walker.
And don't be cheeky.
Well, meet Tracy's godfather.
Really?
I'm very honoured.
What a splendid choice. Do you hear that, Elizabeth? Ken is to be Tracy's godfather.
Oh, isn't that nice?
Yeah, that's 2 down and 1 to go. We want another godmother now.
Yes, we're tying the thirst down here.
I'm coming.
So you need another godmother, do you, dear?
Well, yeah.
Perhaps you'd like to clear the glasses, would you, Elizabeth?
Yes, certainly.
Well, how can I help you?
Well, we were wondering who to ask, you see. I mean, we would have liked Mrs. Sharples, but she quite understands. I mean, you can't have anybody too old, can you?
How very true, Mary.
Anyway, I just didn't want to embarrass her. I mean, some people don't like to be asked. They don't want the responsibility.
Embarrass her? Who are we talking about, dear?
Oh, Betty. I wondered if she'd like to be Tracy's godmother. What do you think?
I think you'd better ask her yourself. Elizabeth, Deirdre wants you.
Yes, lovey.
Well, we'd like you to be godmother, Ray and me.
You're Tracy?
Yeah. Will you?
Oh, Deirdre. I don't know what to say.
Oh, you do look jiggered. I kept hearing shop doorbell go. I'm sorry. Were there any problems?
Well, not apart from having to tell people why I was behind the counter instead of... Oh, there was one little problem. It was all right to let the Hoggies have credit, wasn't it? Oh, heck. I had my doubts, but I didn't want to wake you again. I seem to have been coming up and down all day asking for stuff.
Do you know the nerve of those flipping Ogdens? I told you no when I came here at first.
Oh, I'm sorry, love. I should have known.
Oh, it's not your fault. I should have told you.
Look, I'll settle up. I'll put it in till.
You'll do nothing of the sort.
Well, I'll feel better if I do.
Oh, Alf, no, you've been great. You really have. Now, are you sure you're all right?
Never mind about me. I want to know what the doctor said. He was only here 2 minutes.
Well, he said it was only a chill.
Oh, well, that's all right then.
He said I have to look after myself. 3 or 4 days in bed, he said, and I should be all right.
3 or 4 days?
Hey, Alf. I wouldn't be in a mess if I hadn't you to look after things for me, wouldn't I?
Your medical queries answered over on Granada Good Life in a few moments when Dr. Chris Steele opens up his surgery in the Good Life Health Guide. Here on Granada Plus, drama and intrigue in Oz and England. Families after the break.